All right, can you guys hear Theo now? Theo, see if they can hear you, bro. Let's see if they can hear you now. That probably fixed it right there. Oh, he's Khalil Mack. You got to. All right, well, cool then. So we're going to go ahead and move into a different type of stats, you guys. We're going to talk about efficiency this week. So one thing I've been looking at, and we've had our expert matrix analysts looking at, is the inefficiency and the efficiency of some teams. So right off the bat, let's take a look at third down percentage conversions. You got the Browns, they're converting 56% of their third downs. The Saints at 51%. The Chargers at 50%. The Seahawks at 49%. Buccaneers at 49%. Redskins at 48%. Theo, is there anything you see that's in common with those teams right there with those good third down percentages? Definitely. So what sticks out to me is all these guys are pretty much playoff teams, except for the Saints. The Saints, however, since they've taken over, I want to say they've only lost like one game. He took over a team that was like, yeah, yeah, he's solid. He took over like an 0-3 team, but these teams, they're playoff teams, and what this tells me is on third down, they put themselves in good position. So they ran the ball on first down, they went for a check down on second down. They're not going for the home run play every single time. So you guys got to put yourselves in position to make these third down conversions. So then if we look at the fourth down conversion percentages, over here you got the Chiefs. They've went for it 24 times, converted 18 times. That's 75% completion percentage. The Texans, they've only went for it 12. They are very dangerous. Texans went for it 12 times, converted 9. That's another 75%. The Redskins, they made it 6 out of 8. That's 75%. The Giants, they made it 3 out of 4 times on fourth down. That's 75%. Jaguars, 8 out of 13. Lions, 8 out of 12. So if you guys look at this, all these people that are having these really good fourth down percentages, they're primarily playoff teams. Even the Chiefs are hanging in there about 500. He's had a lot going on outside of the league this year. He's usually a playoff team. The Jaguars is the only outlier. So the Lions, Giants, Redskins, Texans, they're all playoff teams. They're not going for it on fourth down every single time, and they're efficient. Redskins went for it 8 times, converted 6 times. Texans 12 went for it 12 times, converted 9. So now let's take a look at the flip side of efficiency. So these are our playoff teams, and you see what they're doing. They're not going for it on fourth all the time, and they're converting on third down. So looking at the negative side of efficiency, let's look at third down, the worst people in the league at third down conversion percentages. You got the Bengals. They only convert on 31% of third downs. The Bills, they only convert on 32%. The Bears, 32%. The Dolphins, 32%. The Vikings, 34%. And the Cardinals, 35%. I might have said 32 for Dolphins, but I meant 34. But the thing that these teams have in common, they are not. Absolutely. These are not playoff teams. None of these teams right here are in the playoffs over here on this third down percentage side. All right, so you guys are setting yourselves up for failure. Y'all are looking deep. Y'all are trying to make these 50-yard passing plays, and you know damn well you can't make them. Set yourselves up for success. Run the ball, check downs, drag routes, slant routes, out routes, flat routes, swing routes. Stop trying to go deep because you're just making it harder on yourself. Then, to piggyback on top of that, let's look at the fourth down percentage rates. Now, Theo, we all know that we don't have a fourth down rule in this league, but it doesn't mean you got to go for it every time. So let's look at the Bears. All right, the Bears have only converted 3 out of 14 times, 21% completion rate. That's atrocious. You got the Cardinals. They've went for it 34 times on fourth down, only converted 12 times. That's 35%. The Broncos went for it on fourth 33 times. Latrell with the Panthers went for it 27 times. The Packers went for it 27 times. The Dolphins went for it 16 times. I hope everybody that's watching can kind of understand the playoff teams, they're not going for it on fourth down every time. The bums are the ones chunking it up on fourth down going for it. And that's why you're bums right now. You guys got to stop going for it on fourth down. If you want to, by all means, please do it. I will gladly intercept that ball. I'll get that turnover on downs, and it's going to make my life a lot easier. So if you guys want to... Definitely. No, you can't because literally what you're doing, you're pretty much saying, hey, here you go. I'm just going to hand you the ball. And it's clear because, I mean, look at these guys 35% completion rate, 37% completion rate. It's not like you're coming through. You're literally taking that ball and you're saying, here you go. I don't want it. Take it, dude. Nah, man, you guys got to punt that ball, make your defense do some work. To piggyback off that, we're going to look at giveaways and takeaways. So this year, the teams that have given the ball away the most times, given away fumbles, turnover, interceptions, you got the Cardinals at 53, the Panthers at 50, the Steelers at 49, the Jaguars at 47, the Bengals at 45, the Ravens at 40. Now, there's two teams on here that do stick out to me. All right, so you got the Panthers, they gave the ball away 50 times, and the Ravens gave the ball away 50 times. But conversely, they have high-powered offenses. And they also are good at taking the ball away. So look at the Panthers. He gave the ball away 50 times, but yes, he took it away 54 times. So he kind of offset, but then if you look at it another way, he really just broke even because he's inefficient. Um, the Rams, they've taken the ball away 50 times. The Ravens have taken the ball away 48 times. He's another one of those teams where he's given the ball away, but he's taken it away. But then you got the Cowboys, the Titans, and the Texans. They have 47, 47, and 46 takeaways. So you guys, if you're giving the ball away and you're not getting takeaways, what do you think you're doing out here? All right, you don't got to keep going for all these huge, crazy home run plays. Protect the ball. Yeah, you're killing yourself, man. Learn how to play conservative. Go to coaching adjustments. Put ball carrier move on conservative. Put deep route receiver on conservative. Hold the X button when you catch the ball. Hold the R1 button when you're running. Protect that ball, man. The people that are looking really good as far as the turnover differences, you got the Rams, Cowboys, and Seahawks. They have a plus 26 turnover differential. That is amazing. Amazing. Uh, Titans at 24 and the Texans and Bucks at 21. So, definitely, you got to take the ball away, but stop giving the ball away. Be efficient. That's the key. You guys got to start being a lot more efficient. So, Theo, if you would let us know what's going on with these award races, man, these season-long awards, who we looking like for the MVP, who we think's going to take Coach of the Year, Offensive Rookie, what's it looking like, dude? Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. Earl the Pearl. Oh yes, definitely. The leg. Ooh, I'm trying, man. It's hard. Shh. Same team. Ooh, Dwayne Haskins. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, he's scrapping up there, man. Definitely. It's looking like a look. Wow. Yeah, that's shocking, man. So Khalil Mack's hanging in there with all this offense. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Theo. All right, you guys. So now we're going to move on to scouting. This is my favorite part of the Matrix Unplugged segment. We're going to go through the next set of college players coming out into this draft. The last two episodes we did 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10. So then today we're hopping straight to number 11. So there's been a lot of defense in the top 10. But here at number 11, we got a stud quarterback coming out of Auburn, wearing that blue and that orange War Eagle, baby. 6'1", 229. He's 23 years old. His archetype, he's a field general. He's got outstanding throw power, A plus throw power. He's got an A for throw accuracy on short. He's got an A minus for throwing on the run. His talent grade is a mid first round pick. I don't see him slipping outside the top 10 though. When we get to real talk, people start drafting. People are gonna want a quarterback. If you guys need a quarterback, go get Ricky. All right, Ricky's that dude, number 11. He's got some amazing. He does, man. He's got some nice stats coming out of college so far. He's got 3,867 yards. He's got a 69% pass completion, and he's got 36 passing touchdowns. He's not a mobile quarterback. This guy's going to stand back in the pocket. He's going to throw dots, and he's got a cannon. So if you guys are looking for an efficient, smart quarterback with a cannon that's going to let it rip, look at Ricky White in the first round. Moving on. Number 12, this guy right here, Theo, Dre Waters, big old defensive tackle, big boy, 6'4", 307 pounds. He's only 21 years old, man. He's got big boy, ranked number 12 in the draft. His talent grade is an early first round pick, so this guy's going to be top 5, top 10 most likely. He's out of Tennessee. He's young. He's 21 years old, so you guys are going to get him and you're going to have him for a long time. He's got power moves at A-. Pursuit is at A-. Tackles at B+. He's got 32 tackles in college, 4 sacks, 8 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, 2 safeties. Dre Waters, if you need somebody to lock down the middle, if you run a 4-3, run a 3-4, it doesn't matter. Put his fat ass in the middle. He's going to shut it down. Gonna block it up. Moving on next, we got the white boy, big white boy in the middle, Christopher Whitman out of Florida State. Yes, sir. Not quite as heavy as the other big boy we just talked about, but he's 6'2", 291, 21 years old. He's a pass protector. His talent grade, he's projected to be a mid-first round pick. He's got A- impact block, A- pass block, B+ pass block finesse. So look, if you guys are having trouble stopping the Khalil Macks, stopping the Brian Burnses, stopping the Aaron Donalds, you might want to go get a guy like this. If you need to, move him to the outside, put him at left tackle, put him at left guard, put him in the center, but this guy is going to be a stud offensive lineman for y'all. He's looks like he's going to be a smart player. This could really help kind of shift your line to the direction you need him going. So, going back to the defensive side, the number 14 prospect we have coming out is Dennis Colombo out of South Carolina. He's 5'11", 190, 22 years old. He's a man-to-man corner, and to me, Theo, it looks like a lot of these corners coming out, I haven't really seen any big guys. They're all, 5'10", 5'11". Yeah, kind of small, but I think they're going to be able to help shut down some of these speed receivers we're seeing out here in this league. So far, this guy, it looks like he might be a bit of a bust. He was projected to be a first rounder, but his talent level shown that he's a late third rounder. We got to see what the combine scores look like when the combine comes out, but he's currently got a B press, C+ man coverage, C zone coverage, and he doesn't really have amazing stats in college. He's looking okay. He's part of a nice defense down there, but he's got 21 tackles and 2 interceptions. He could be a diamond in the rough. He could be a bust. He's definitely nothing like those earlier. And that might be what he is. Maybe he can step in early and be one of those slot corners, one of those really agile, fast guys. But doesn't look like he might have what it takes to be a shutdown elite corner right off the bat. You might have to build him some. So the last guy that we're going to look at coming out of college is Jeffrey Patterson. He's another big boy. He's overgrown. He's 6'6", 309 pounds. Can't even find clothes that fit, Theo. Having trouble, man. Going to the big and tall section. Big boy. Playing for the Colorado, I forgot. What are they? Bisons, I think? Colorado Bisons? Something like that. Something out west. I don't live out there. I don't know what it is. But he's playing for Colorado. It says he's agile. I have no idea how we're going to have a 6'6", 300-pounder being agile, but okay, if Madden says it, I'll believe it. He's got B+ impact block, B+ lead block, and he's got a B in the run block finesse. He was also projected to be a mid-first rounder, but his talent level is showing a late third. So, be careful when drafting this guy. Check out his combine times. Let's see what he can do in the bench press. This might be another one of those stick skill players like you were saying, Theo. He might need a little bit of time. Might be a project player. Might have to build him up. So, but he is doing his thing. They've got a pretty good passing attack and a good running attack over there in Colorado. So we're going to go ahead and move into the last segment, Theo. We're going to go ahead and talk about these divisions. So the AFC North. What do you think about that AFC North, man? We got the Bengals up there. We got the Bengals as Ant-Man. You got Ravens up there, that's alpha male Sherrod. Then you got Taj down with the Steelers, and then you got the Browns down there, the Bless. What are you thinking about this division here at the end of the season? Definitely. Hopefully these other teams can get it together next year. The Browns, they're hanging in tight. They've had a couple of games not go their way, but I really think that the Bengals and Steelers have learned a lot this first season. And losing to me, I mean, everybody says there's no such thing as a moral victory, but how you lose, if you learn from it, I think it's going to propel you into the next season. I look for these Steelers and Bengals to step it up. The Ravens, y'all know he's got a target on his back. He's leading the league in every single category. He's going up top. Definitely. We need y'all to get out, man. It's a bounty out there on these Ravens. So if y'all got them on your schedule, please take him out. Break Lamar Jackson's legs. Put him in the hospital. Do what you got to do. Let's see what he can do with his backup quarterback. But props to him. He's doing his thing, blowing every. Yeah, Lamar Jackson looking like the truth. So definitely. In the AFC South, we're gonna go ahead and move on. We got the Texans at 10-3, the Colts at 4-9, Jaguars at 3-10, and the Titans at 10-3. Theo, early on, I thought that the Texans were going to run away with this division. I thought that Darnell with the Colts would put up a fight, but the Titans have really come on strong. This new Titans user is a really quiet guy. He plays good, solid football. It's just really going into a two-team race here, 10-3 and 10-3 with those Titans and Texans, man. Yeah, and like the Jaguars, a lot of the games they've had, it looks like they've been hanging in pretty close in a lot of them. They're just getting some bad luck, it seems like, some late turnovers, things like that. Darnell clearly up there with the Colts, man. He's got his pass game together. He was leading the league early on, keeping up with Lamar Jackson. He just, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely got to give props to everybody. We've not had anybody really rage quitting stuff like that. Y'all been playing like some men. All right, y'all got your big boy pants on. I appreciate that. Keep wearing your big boy pants. We ain't got no fucking diapers in here. Props to everybody taking your losses like a man. All right, so thank you guys for kicking it and doing it right. So moving on, we got the AFC East. I've been trying to be humble all year. I've been hoping somebody else would show up and give me a little run this year, but it's it's yeah, man. Yeah, and a lot of them, I know the Dolphins made a move to get Zeke. He's out. He's been injured for a while. And then the Bills, I know he shipped a lot of talent out to get some draft picks, and I know that the Patriots are looking at trying to get some draft picks. So I'm hoping they're rebuilding. I'm hoping they're ready to give me a challenge next year because I'm not that good on the sticks. I play safe football. I just want other people to make the mistake. I'm not trying to go up top for the home runs, but yeah, I need some competition next year, you guys. All right, so bring it next year. Bring something better. Let's go on to the AFC West. This AFC West is looking really good as of late. Oh yes, that it is. It's really shocking. Sonny is really surprising me up there. Lubu Dynasty at 11-2. Sonny up there. Sonny putting fried rice on y'all fools. Man, So I am shocked, man. Sonny up there, he went from selling plates to dropping people off, man. That's nice. 11-2. So we got the Raiders at 9-4. He's one of our co-commissioners. He's a forced loss for the rest of the season. He's out on a cruise right now. Yeah, man, he's out on a cruise out there. He's probably that's what's up. Oh yeah, he's giving us a little break. So uh, right. And the and these Broncos and Chiefs, Theo, they got a lot of talent. They just got to get a game plan together. I feel like they're both playing without a game plan. They're just playing, all over the place. They don't know what it is what they want to do. So, moving on to the NFC South, I have to say this is hands down one of the top two or three divisions we have. You got the Buccaneers at 10-3. You got Latrell down there, I'm sorry, yeah, 11-3 now. Then you got Paper Trail down there at 7-6. You got the Saints over there at 7-6. We've got your boy coming in taking over the Falcons here soon, so he's going to be taking over a losing record, but it's the Falcons. They got talent for days. But this has been a pretty good. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, definitely. And what I look at when I see this team, it seems like, the Buccaneers are probably the most well-rounded team in this division. They're playing solid defense. He was on there in a lot of our efficiency things. He's really efficient on third down and fourth down. He's, oh yeah, oh yeah. And I have to say the most polarizing team in this division for me, it's got to be Latrell down there with the Panthers. He's an excellent GM. He's good at getting talent in, and he has got some of the best stick skills. He can make some guys miss with the running back that I've never seen. He's excellent at user on defense, but with him it's play calling. He needs to bring in an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator to help him pick some plays and situational awareness. I think if he does that, he'll be able to do a lot better. This new Saints guy, he took over a terrible team that was 0-3, might have been 0-4, and the dude's got him up to 7-6. So good job, Von Miller. He's got Von Miller. Oh yeah, very nice division. Very nice division. So moving on, the NFC North. So early on, I'm sure you probably remember I called this the bag of bums. Early on in the season, they were the biggest bag of trash. Bums couldn't do a damn thing, but they're clawing up a little bit. This new Lions user, I think he's up to 7 wins today. The Lions got game. Lions is oh okay, 8 wins. Okay, I must have messed up this graphic, you guys. I apologize, but he's up to 8 wins. Yeah, and actually, you guys, I'm sorry about this graphic. I put the wrong one in here. So this is from a couple of weeks ago. So these standings are wrong. If you would, could you just tell me, Theo, who's leading the NFC North in all their records? Because I've got it wrong on this. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Definitely, thank you. And then one thing I've noticed too, I don't know if people are picking up on it, but this Bears user, he is putting together some games here lately. He gave the Rams a run for their money. He beat the Lions. He almost beat the Cowboys. He's got Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack's running for, MVP possibly. He is coming along, man. Like if he can get his offense on track, he's looking good. And that's just another testament to guys not quitting. Nobody's folding. People are still trying to fight. So, and we get to now the NFC East. This is hands down, far and above the best division in Matrix Madden League. I might have these graphics wrong too as well. I hope not, but I've got the Cowboys at 11-2. I got the Giants at 8-5. I've got the Redskins at 10-3, and I have the Eagles at 8-5. Those might be off by a little bit, you guys. I'm sorry, but this division is phenomenal. They're all beating up on each other. None of them can really run away with it. Nobody really has secured it yet. Hell, we might see three of these teams in the NFC playoffs, dude. Definitely. And things might get a little interesting here coming to the playoffs because I know that, speaking of those Bears earlier, Khalil Mack broke Sam Darnold's collarbone in this last game. So, and that was the starting quarterback for the Cowboys. Now, definitely. So, well, right, and he may not have a lot of wins in the win column, but he's winning at breaking. Oh yeah, he's breaking bones and hurting bodies. So look out. If you guys are a playoff team and you got one of these, hungry 2, 3 win teams coming up, y'all might want to bench your starters, all right, because they're coming for blood. If they can't get the playoffs, they trying to knock your ass out, all right. They trying to hurt somebody. They trying to roll the ambulance out. So last but not least, we definitely got to talk about this NFC West. We got two heavy hitters over here who are definitely going to be in the playoffs, making a big run for the Super Bowl. We got PB the God up there with the Rams leading that division, followed by Bricks with the Seahawks. Then we got the Cardinals, and then we have you over there with the Niners. This is your division, Theo. Tell me what's up. Tell me what these guys are all about. Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. This is going to be an interesting division moving forward because the Rams, they have a lot of good pieces, but I know that he's been making some trades. You get a couple of old guys, you might see some changing of the guard. I know that the Seahawks, he's got excellent stick skills, but it looks like he's got to do a little bit of work in the GM department. He's got to move some guys around. I know you've got a nice young team out there in San Francisco. You learned a lot this first year. You're going to be a team to watch next year. And the Cardinals, I know he's feeding Kyler Murray. He's doing whatever he can. He's spamming him. He's been inefficient, but he's getting stats. He's getting yards with him. So we'll see if he's able to turn that into some production next year going forward and maybe add another element to the game. But just to finish up, I know you touched on it earlier, but I have to give a real shout out to everybody in this league, you guys. We're drawing towards the end of our first year. We have a big range of talent. We've got some guys in here that could probably play and win for some money. Then we got some guys in here that might want to be paying somebody else to play for them. All right, but we all came together. It's looking good. We're having fun. Even the guys that are scrapping down there with 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins, you're still playing your games. You're still scheduling. You're trying to knock people off. You're not backing out. You're not quitting. That's what makes a good league. We're never going to boot somebody because you're not any good or because you only win 2 or 3 games. We are going to boot people if you don't pay attention, if you don't buy into what we're doing. So thank you guys. Theo, thank you again for just putting that out there. You guys are doing an amazing job. Keep playing your games. I hope you guys are ready for the off season coming up soon. We got a lot of stuff in store. We're going to have a Matrix Hall of Fame. We're going to vote for one offensive player, one defensive player to go into our Hall of Fame each season. We're gonna do a nice pre-draft show. We're gonna go through all the draft. We'll probably do a mock draft. We're gonna touch up on free agency, all that good stuff. And another thing I want to let people know: we cleared cap penalties at the end of preseason, but we're gonna clear them again in the off season. So we'll probably wait until we're like a week or two in the off season, give everybody a chance to trade 1 or 2 guys away, clear a few bad contracts, see who you want to keep or whatever, and then we will clear the cap penalties one last time complimentary. So not a lot of leagues do that out here. The way we look at it here in Matrix is you weren't the GM of this team before you took over, so we want to let you at least get your team pointed in the right direction. Then we're going to go ahead and clear those cap penalties. Going forward, starting next year, we'll have rewards. So if you play all of your games, no forced wins, and no unscheduled sims, we will clear your cap penalties. So all you got to do is make sure you play all your games. Just play your games, and we're going to clear that cap. Or if you don't want your cap penalty cleared, we have another option. You can use a player trade upgrade. And what we mean by that is you can pick one player, let's say your quarterback, and we can give you an upgrade for one of his traits. So not from normal to star to superstar, but throws tight spiral, yes or no. If he's a defensive player, big hitter, yes or no. If he's a D lineman, swim move, swim move, finesse move. So we're giving you guys ways to make your teams better, to get better. You just got to be involved and play. So thank you all again. Theo, close this thing out. Thank you for being here, dude. Thank you. Out.